I stayed married for 45 years, and for a long time, I thought that meant I was doing something right. But there's one mistake I made that quietly damaged my life. Not all at once, not loudly, slowly. It didn't destroy my marriage, it destroyed my peace. If you're married or planning to be, please don't make the same mistake I did, because once you realize it, time is already gone. I'm 70 years old now. That number still surprises me when I say it out loud, because in my mind, I'm still young, still hopeful, still learning. I've lived long enough to see seasons change in the world, in people, and in myself. And marriage has been one of my greatest teachers. Not because it was easy, but because it wasn't. Today, I don't speak as an expert. I speak as someone who made mistakes, who learned too late, and who wishes someone had sat me down many years ago and told me the truth. These are the lessons I wish I knew before I got married. 1. Love is powerful, but it is not enough. When I was young, love felt like everything. It was intense, overwhelming. It made my heart race and my future feel secure. I believed love could fix misunderstandings, that it could heal wounds, that it could carry us through anything. I was wrong. Love is a feeling, and feelings change. What keeps a marriage alive when love gets tired is commitment, respect, discipline. No one tells you that there will be days when you don't feel in love, days when staying feels harder than leaving. Love doesn't disappear all at once. It fades quietly when effort disappears. I wish I had known that love is the beginning, not the foundation. 2. You don't marry the person. You marry their habits. When you're young, you focus on the big things, their smile, their dreams, their potential. You ignore the small things, how they handle stress, how they speak when they're tired, how they treat you when they're angry. But marriage is built on ordinary days, not romantic moments. It's built on habits, and habits, repeated for years, become your life. I wish I had paid more attention to who they were on bad days, not good ones. 3. Silence slowly destroys love. We thought silence meant peace. We thought avoiding conflict meant protecting the relationship. But silence doesn't protect love, it suffocates it. Unspoken feelings don't vanish, they wait, they grow, they harden. Eventually, you stop talking, not because there's nothing to say, but because it feels pointless. And that's when love starts to die. I wish I had learned to speak sooner. Gently, honestly, without fear. 4. Marriage will expose your weaknesses. Marriage doesn't just reveal who you love, it reveals who you are. Your insecurities, your fears, your emotional wounds, things you didn't know were there, will rise to the surface. And if you're not willing to face them, you'll blame your partner instead. I spent years thinking the problem was them. Only later did I realize the problem was also me. Marriage is a mirror, and not everyone is ready to look honestly. 5. You will hurt each other, even if you love deeply. This is a truth no one likes to say. You will hurt the person you love, and they will hurt you. Not always intentionally, not always cruelly, sometimes simply by being human. Words said in anger, silence when comfort was needed, choosing pride over understanding. What matters isn't avoiding pain, it's learning how to repair it. Apologies matter, forgiveness matters, humility matters. Love without repair does not survive. 6. Marriage is not 50-50. We believe marriage was about balance. You give half, they give half. But life doesn't work that way. Sometimes you give 80 because they can only give 20. Sometimes you carry everything while they're struggling. Marriage isn't about fairness, it's about generosity. Keeping score destroys intimacy. I wish I had known that love means giving even when it's inconvenient. Lesson 7. Money will test your values. We argued about money often, but it was never really about money. It was about fear, security, control. Money reveals how you think about life. If you don't talk openly about it, it will create distance you don't notice until it's too late. I wish we had learned to communicate before resentment took root. 8. Don't stop dating. Each other routine is dangerous. You get busy. You get tired. You assume love will wait. It won't. Love needs attention, presence, curiosity. You don't stop being romantic because you're married. You lose romance because you stop trying. I wish I had protected time instead of assuming time would always be there. 9. You will change, and so will they. The person you marry at 25 is not the person you live with at 50. Dreams shift, energy fades, perspectives evolve. Change is not betrayal, resistance to change is. The couples that survive grow together. The ones that fail grow apart silently. 10. Loneliness can exist inside marriage. This truth hurts the most. You can be married and still feel alone. When emotional connection fades, distance grows, even in the same room. Loneliness inside marriage is heavier than being alone. I wish I had taken emotional distance more seriously when it first appeared. 11. Time is the most expensive thing you'll ever spend. One day you're young. You think you have forever. Then suddenly, years are gone. Moments you meant to fix never come back. Words you didn't say stay unsaid. Don't wait. Say the loving things now. Fix the small cracks early. Choose connection today because time doesn't slow down. 12. Marriage is a daily choice. Marriage isn't sustained by vows, it's sustained by decisions. Choosing patience, choosing kindness, choosing forgiveness. Some days love feels effortless. Other days it's a decision made quietly. The strongest marriages aren't perfect, they're intentional. If I could speak to my younger self, I wouldn't warn him against marriage. I would prepare him for it. I would tell him, love deeply, listen longer, speak sooner, forgive faster. Choose someone who is willing to grow, not someone you hope will change. Marriage is not about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right one. And if you're listening to this today, young or old, it's not too late to learn. It's only too late when you stop trying. If you're still listening, it means something here, meant something to you. This channel is for people like me, people who lived long enough to understand things only after making mistakes. If even one part of my story felt familiar, subscribe and turn on the notifications, not because I need it, but because these stories are meant to be passed on. Leave a comment below and tell me which lesson you wish you had learned sooner. And if you can, press the like button. It helps this story reach someone who may need it today. Soon, I'll sit down and answer your questions. Ask me anything about marriage, about love, about regret, about the choices that stay with you for life. Because at 70, you realize something important. Wisdom doesn't belong to the person who lived it. It belongs to the person who listens.